It's sweet potato harvest time. We have some purple sweet potatoes and some red sweet potatoes, and it's getting chilly outside. I have a freeze coming tonight, so it's time to harvest the sweet potatoes. In this video, we're gonna look at the plants, at the way they grow, at the way they look at the end of the season, and see the different leaves for the different types of sweet potatoes, learn a little bit about what of the plant we can eat and why we want to eat it, and how to harvest them, what to look for, what to throw out, what to keep, and then what I'm going to do with them once I dig them out of the ground, right? So let's get started. Let's dig some sweet potatoes. We're gonna start with purple sweet potatoes, but as I get started, I'm gonna show you a few things. So all along this line are sweet potatoes, but coming back, these spade-shaped leaves, I happen to know, are for my purple sweet potato plants. I have orange sweet potatoes, and they have more of that other star-shaped leaf, but they're all sweet potatoes. And I know I've mentioned it in a different video, but the entire plant is edible. So throughout the summer, when my other dark leafy greens are dying from the heat, I used these for cooking and in salads and smoothies for all of the lovely antioxidants that make them such a vivid green. Now, speaking of antioxidants, these sweet potatoes are superheroes of the garden. Very easy to grow. They love the heat when most of your other plants will die. They're excellent ground cover, very low maintenance. They don't even need much as in the way of fertilizer. They do need water, but they give you a food that is dense in healthy calories and also chock full of antioxidants. The antioxidants are part of what give them those bright colors, whether it's purple or orange, or some of them are a more reddish color. And there's even white sweet potatoes. Not as much antioxidant superheroes as the others, but still tasty and very good for you. So when I'm going to dig sweet potatoes up, because it is the end of the season and sweet potato harvest time, I'm going to start pulling up all these vines and looking for what I would call the home base. The vines will put roots down throughout the length of them, but there is a home base where the biggest roots will be, and that, oh, it's so exciting. I love harvesting sweet potatoes. Look at that. Look at that big old sweet potato. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that color. So yes, you can see the white rings in it, but the entire flesh of this sweet potato is a beautiful, vivid purple. It makes the most amazing sweet potato pie. And also, I just love French fries made out of these potatoes because they're purple. How cool is that? I love purple sweet potatoes. I love the orange ones, but the purple ones really make me smile. So I didn't even have to dig it all with that. I'm gonna gently pull a little bit more. I think there's more under here. Now these little guys, these are valuable. These are what I'm gonna save for sprouting for next spring. So we can grow these all over again. Oh, there's another one on there. Is that, no, that's just dirt. But I want the little ones, and I want the big ones for eating and the little ones for saving for next year. So this is where I'm gonna bring my shovel. And there's potato forks that you can use. Whatever you use, you have to be careful and be gentle, because you don't want to basically bruise, cut in half, stab, gouge, you know, all that bad stuff. You don't want to do that to your potatoes. And interestingly, these sweet potatoes are in no way related to the regular potatoes. Your regular potatoes that like the cooler weather, they are related to tomatoes and peppers, eggplants, that type of thing. They are all, they're actually also related to tobacco plants, because all of those are in the same family. Whereas sweet potatoes, oh, see, I just snapped one, but that's okay. I'm gonna rub dirt over it, which actually acts kind of like a Band-Aid. And as these things cure, that'll heal up and be okay. Not optimal, but don't throw it out. It's not ruined yet. Yeah, my ground is a little bit wet right now, so this is definitely harder work, but yay, besides that big monster, got another nice one. You're gonna notice This is actually unusually round and like oval for a purple sweet potato. Most of my purple sweet potatoes are closer to this in shape, but they all are stored the same way. None of the potatoes that I dig up today will be really good to eat for another 3 to 4 weeks. They actually have to cure to let the sugars develop. Like if I slice that one open now and decided to roast it, my entire family would be like, Mom, what did you do? And it's because it's all starch inside that potato right now. So it has to take the time for some of those starches to break down into sugars, and then they become sweet to become sweet potatoes. All right, one more little peek. Yay. Yes, another good one. All right, not everyone gets as excited as I do about digging up sweet potatoes, but this is a lot of fun. I worked hard all summer to keep these things alive, so this is pretty cool, you know? I mean, me working hard means I pulled weeds and I watered. I didn't, you know, like, I don't know. It's pretty miraculous the way this grows out of a little piece of a leaf that I buried in the spring. So yeah, I think it's worth getting excited over. It's the little things in life. Little things that can grow into big things. Okay, moving on to the next plant. Look how much space it takes up. This is still that same sweet potato plant that grew from a slip that was about this big in the spring. One little stem with like a leaf on it grew those sweet potatoes. Now, also, that's one that didn't go in super early. It didn't have as long, oh my goodness. It did not have as long of a growing season as, say, this plant here. But look, this one maybe overcooked a little bit. I probably could have dug it up a couple weeks ago. Looks like I had to share it with a critter. Yeah. This one I've been sharing apparently and not even knowing it. All right, I'm gonna pull back the greens. Again, these are edible. If you have room in the freezer, these are definitely worth chopping off the stems and freezing the greens. They're good for you, and they're great for cooking. What do we have on this plant? Oh my goodness. Okay, bummer, I had to share this one. I call that sharing when either bugs or some sort of animal ate some of that. I can put it back into the garden and it'll be fine. This one, I had to share. Aw. All right, this one though, if I want to, I could save that one. I'm gonna put it to the side. If I have a really good harvest, I'm not gonna worry about saving that one because it's got bad spots. Also, when they're that big, they're not necessarily, they're cool, but they're not always the best for baking, cooking, eating, that sort of thing. So now, if I got those big monsters out of the way, I think I got something here. See if I can get underneath it and pop it up a little bit. Yup. Got something. Yep. Check it out. Oh, I dinged it. All right, a little bit of dirt on that. Again, I'm leaving a lot of the dirt on. The soil is a little bit wet, which is why it looks like I'm playing in mud. But that soil actually helps keep the sweet potatoes better, longer. And I don't wash it off until I'm ready to cook them. I'm gonna save some of these small pieces on the orange sweet potatoes so you can see that flesh. It's a light peach color. As they cure, that'll get darker, become a more vivid orange. Ooh, this is a nice one. Yep. Pretty sweet potatoes. Again, this is a nice little veggie superhero because you're getting healthy calories that your body needs for energy, and you're getting really great antioxidants that, besides giving your body energy, are going to give your body the chemicals that it needs for repair work in the different cells. So, red sweet potatoes, purple sweet potatoes, you name it. Any sweet potato that you can grow is going to be a great sweet potato. These are low maintenance. Again, fantastic ground cover. Look how it just fills in I planted some wildflowers behind it, and you can't even see them, but behind the wildflowers are my strawberries. So this becomes a fairly low maintenance bed throughout the summer. And I like low maintenance. I got a lot going on. So again, the greens, edible, completely edible, wonderful for you. When you're done with them for the season, don't throw them out. Either eat them or get them tilled back into the soil to feed it. But that's it. As you can see, I've got a bunch more sweet potatoes to harvest. All right, let's take a look at this one before I keep going. Here we go. These are gonna be some good eaters. Yep. This is also another orange sweet potato. Oh, I had to share that one. All right. Once they get above the ground, they become fair game to a lot of critters. So, had I gotten to this a little sooner, maybe I would have been able to salvage these, but this is maybe a day's worth. Again, a little disappointing, but I haven't even started digging yet. That's just what's pushed up above the soil. So let's see what else we have. Let's see what we got. Again, being super gentle. I'm actually digging around where I saw the potatoes, because if I go straight in, I'm gonna start gouging things. And that's experience talking. And I know I have some this way. You can see one poking out right there. I'm gonna ease my way over there. Oh, this might be one. Yep, not big, but that's either, it is edible, but I can definitely use that one to sprout some more sweet potatoes in the spring. Oh, I got one. Aw, it's that partial. Let's see what we got. It is not a full sweet potato. Dang it. Let's see. Yeah, that one's not going to be good eating. Something has already eaten that one. Okay, let's move it out of the way. Here we go. Yes, beautiful. Here we go, another red sweet potato. Again, needs to cure for about 3 or 4 weeks before we can eat them, but these will be ready in time for Thanksgiving. So here we go. I'm gonna keep working, getting these sweet potatoes up and in before frost hits tonight. But there are the sweet potatoes. I'm gonna go way down there. Let's walk with me. Let's look. They're gonna keep going. Lots of red sweet potatoes this year. And for me, that depends on the weather. The hotter it is, my purple sweet potatoes actually tend to do a little bit better. But that's just my experience. I'm gonna be getting all of these. The ones that I don't think I'll be able to dig up before dark, I'm gonna take the greens and cut them off at the base, like where it meets the dirt, and that will prevent the frost from killing them. If I just left all the sweet potato vines on the sweet potatoes, it would actually cause basically freezer burn to go all the way down the stem and into the sweet potatoes, and I would lose the whole crop. So this is a winter's worth of sweet potatoes for my whole family. They don't like cold weather. The cold weather's coming, so I gotta beat the cold weather and get these inside. I'm gonna keep going with this. Go around, get these inside, cure them for, again, 3 to 4 weeks, and then they'll be ready for baking, for roasting, for doing in hash browns, all kinds of fun things you can do with sweet potatoes, whether they're purple or orange. Either way, they're super healthy for you, an excellent snack or a whole meal or part of a meal. And also, again, I'm gonna try and get some of these greens into the freezer. And if you look at this, I've been sharing the tops of my sweet potatoes with deer. Deer love these things. And from what I can tell, they're nibbling at them, but the sweet potatoes are so healthy, it doesn't really impact the roots down below. But yeah, they love sweet potato greens. They come in late at night and eat the tops off of them and leave them for me. So there they go. I try and leave a few patches out a little bit farther away from the house so they have a place to feed, because I like to see them. And in the spring, they eat on my strawberry plants that you can see right back there with the round three-cornered leaves. But sweet potatoes, this is the fall harvest of an antioxidant-rich, calorie-rich, healthy for you, awesome superhero of a food. A little bit humble. In the garden, it acts as a lovely ground cover, and it is fairly low maintenance. So, sweet potato harvest, I gotta keep working. Wish me luck. If you have any questions or comments, make sure and comment below. Subscribe if you like it, and keep up. This is how we learn about our food. Take care.